presente, aquí lo canta mi gente. Bomba, bomba, para siempre. Baila, baila y goza, mi bomba puertorriqueña. Bomba, 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 bomba.
Hello everyone, this is Charles Walhngford back again with another cigar pairing, and today we have something really nice, as I always do, but this is a little bit nicer, I guess on the expensive side. We have the Davidoff Nicaragua in a Figurado, and we have the Courvoisier XO. I figured these two heavy hitters should do really well together, especially with Nicaraguan tobaccos. With Nicaraguan tobaccos, you're going to have that stronger, earthier, and sometimes chocolate, coffee, cocoa flavor that goes well with a good cognac. Other cigars with different tobaccos may not do so well. All right, I'll get back to you once this cigar heats up a little bit and we're in the first third. All right, we're back and we're in the first third, really nicely in the first third. And this cigar changed slightly, of course it should, from first lighting. The flavor is coming out a good amount. One thing, this cigar is pretty smoky, especially when I first lit the cigar and did the first couple puffs. Pretty smoky. Not a bad thing, but just wanting to note something for you. Now, smoking the cigar, it reminds me of the Bolivar I had when I went to Mexico on my vacation. You may have seen that, or may not have seen that yet. Go ahead, take a look at that in a couple days or right now. Anyway, what's coming on right now, it appears to be, at this point, opening act, main event type situation. The cognac is actually the headliner, the main event, and the cigar is the opening act, getting everybody ready for that great new talent. But it is still a good experience. It's a wonderful experience. The cigar is giving me all those flavors. Like I said, it reminded me of that Bolivar. The Bolivar was my favorite Cuban cigar that I smoked when I was in Mexico. So when I say this is a good, I like what's happening, I'm enjoying the experience, I truly am. Now I am slightly surprised that this cognac is being so dominant. This has wonderful rich flavors of raisin and date that you expect in a cognac, alongside of apricot coming through also, dried apricot. It's the lighter flavor than a lot of cigars, a lot of cognacs I've had. And yet it's still pretty dominant. Earlier I explained that I have two heavy hitters here. For my pockets, these are heavy hitters. Both the cognac and the cigar are quite expensive. You would expect a Courvoisier XO to be expensive. It cost me well over $100, and this stick right here, this Davidoff Nicaragua, cost me 20 plus. I know, well over $20. Together, they're good. Would I say that they're about to be a perfect pairing right now? Probably not. I'll get back to you once we get into the second, third, and the flavors are truly going to come out. One last thing, what I am experiencing that I would not and did not experience before, separate, was a bit of bitterness. I had that before in other cigars and distilled spirit pairing. That may be good for some of you. Some of you like the bitter, and there is a sweet, so bitter and sweet go together sometimes. Bitter chocolate, Things like asparagus is bitter, drinking stouts, beer, and porters. It's a lot of bitterness there that some people actually love, absolutely love. So it's not necessarily a bad thing to have an experience of bitterness in the cigar and cognac or distilled spirit pairing. All right, like I said, I'll get back to you once we get into the second third. It's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now just hitting the second third, and we haven't changed. It's still the opening act, main event type scenario, where the cognac is the main event and the start the show is the cigar, this Davidoff Nicaragua. Now, let me tell you something. Don't worry about, or don't feel that this is not a good pairing when you have the opening act main event scenario. Think about it. You just spent $100 or more on a distilled spirit. It should be good. For $100, for most of us, it damn well better be good, and it is. But imagine that it could taste better, and that's what's taking place. This is tasting better. I can taste the intensity is a lot deeper. It's amplified nicely. So don't worry about it being, oh, it's not a perfect pairing. Sometimes you're not going to have a perfect pairing, but if you can have one of your items taste even better, especially when you're spending the money you're spending on them, it's a win. It's an absolute win. Let me tell you about this cognac. It is an XO, meaning it's been aged longer than the VS, VSOP, and Napoleon. So it's had quite a few years in that barrel, getting better with age. What do you get? You get a product that is pretty smooth. It's smoother than a VSOP and a Napoleon level, and it's smoother than most VSOP and Napoleon cognac I've had before. Also, what you're getting is a developed flavor. A developed flavor, the flavors have melded together, producing a much nicer product. Again, with the dates and raisins and then apricot also, it is very nice. And the biggest thing, number 3, is the viscosity. Now, this is not as thick as I've had before for other XOs, but it still has a good amount of viscosity to linger on the palate to allow the flavors of the smoke to really make something special. And it's doing that. Is it a perfect pairing? No, it's not a perfect pairing, but this XO is just doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And the smoke is making it taste better. Now, this is a summary, but this is not so much as a summary. Just want to pull something out or explain something to you. Anytime you can sit back, relax, and enjoy something like a cigar and a distilled spirit, it's a win for the week, the day, or what have you. Taking this time makes me feel really good about myself and what I've accomplished either throughout the years or just today. So, dude, take time to enjoy a cigar and a distilled spirit. And if you're the kind of person who can only have one or the other, enjoy it. You earned it. Now, as far as the summary of what we have here, this is a wonderful cigar. Like I said before, it reminds me of the Cuban Bolivar, and it's nice and smooth, nice nutty flavor, a little bit of cocoa and coffee coming through also. The nutty really stands out. If you are interested in seeing a much more in-depth, involved breakdown of this cigar, a good review of this cigar, check out Cut Like Smoke. Cut Like Smoke on YouTube, another brother in arms. He did a wonderful job on explaining how nice this cigar truly is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This was another pairing from Charles Walhngford. I hope you found this informative, entertaining, and I hope you go out and try this Davidoff Nicaragua and this Courvoisier XO. It's a good pairing, not a perfect pairing, but a very good pairing. Go ahead and try it. You won't be disappointed. I'll see you in the next video. Shout out to my man StyleCon. Don't forget, if you like these videos, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button and leave a comment. And how would you spend your money?